देखिए बहुत टाइम है यार, बाद में एक बार हो जाता है, फिर मैं आपको भेजूंगा इसके बाद
Please come this way.
बड़ा जगह
Thank you.
एक मिनट सॉरी
Good morning, everybody. What a pleasure to see all of you today together under the roof of Marva Studios, International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry. And we all have gathered here to celebrate love, peace and unity through art and culture. सभी दिशाओं से शुभ सुंदर भाव विचार भरे नित अंतर पुण्य धरा बन जाए स्वर्ग ये मेरे यत्नों से करुणा. Now let me explain you in English, my dear friends. What I'm trying to tell you here is whether it is north, south, east, west, whether it is India or abroad. Well, Ambassador spent more than 35 years in the government service. He's been a senior IAS officer. He's been what India is all about. Isn't it nice? Well, before we start, let me introduce all my delegates to all the dignitaries on the dais, and I will just name the country, and may I request you to please just stand up and mark your presence into this auspicious day in this very prestigious auditorium. Well, we have delegates from Afghanistan. Let's give a big hand to Afghanistan. Lovely. The visit of the Prime Minister of Nepal to India, and what a pleasure that I had the pleasure to meet the Prime Minister, and we have created Indo-Nepal Film and Cultural Forum, and I'm so happy that the Prime Minister of Nepal has appointed me as the chairperson of this forum. Well, we have delegate from Sri Lanka. Right. We have delegate from St. Vincent and Grenadines. Great, lovely, welcome. Welcome to the delegates from Sudan. Great, welcome. We have delegate from Tajikistan. Big clap for them. We have delegate from Thailand. Welcome, welcome. We have delegate from South Africa. Did I say? Okay, on the way. On the way. The delegate from Uganda. Lovely. Delegate from Zimbabwe. We have representative from Laos. Great. We have delegate from Togo. Delegates from Ghana. From Kenya. Lovely. Then we have Lesotho. Welcome, welcome to India. And And then we have delegates from Nigeria.
The 25 countries representing in this hall, and the credit goes to Mr. Marwa, who has put all of us together here. He's on this part of the globe. So let me again compliment Mr. Marwa, who has put all of us here, and wish this conference, which is exchange of cultures, media, entertainment, and different other things.
Delighted to be here. To this international gathering, not only in name but also in diversity. Almost all continents are well represented on the dais as well as in the plenary. Having served there as my last ambassadorship, e caro to all of you. Marco Polo for Asia in 13th century. He stayed nearly 3 decades in China and then returned to Venice in Italy, where he belonged. Europeans who promptly put him in jail for heresy and blasphemy. How can there be an animal with tail on both sides? He was talking about elephants. Europeans didn't believe. To render last rites before his death. The priest said to him, "My son, now you are nearly done. You will soon be with your mentor. I want you to confess." An Indian saying goes, there are bigger animals outside them nudging you towards greater sense of proportion, greater tolerance. And this is what media and tourism is all about. That's put when you talk about the role of these two very powerful enablers, stereotypes, or they can defy conventional wisdom and correct it. Welcome that and consider it. Thank you very much.
Young friends from all over the country and the world, it's a pleasure to meet you and a pleasure to be here this afternoon. When Mr. Marwa asked me to come here, I wasn't sure what exactly I'm going to say here. But I'd like to share something which is very typical of India. I used to be working in a place called Mirzapur, which is a district in Uttar Pradesh, one of the states of India. There was one American who was working there on behalf of the American government to provide all kinds of help to people. You know, the Peace Corps Corps, which is set up by Kennedy, and he was one of the members there. I think that it was something which was less than $1. So he said, I was astonished because in US $1 means something. Here I'm offering you $100. So why don't you come? He said, but why should I? I'm happy.
Film and tourism industry. So with that in my mind, I decided to come here, and I think it was a good decision. So today, let me also, just like other previous speakers, pick up
is three words: global, media, and tourism. First, global. We are living in a global village. Whether we like it or not, we have to live together and work together, and we have to think about our own future as a whole village. One, for organizing this event in the name of Global Media Tourism Summit. Second, media. Well, media definitely enhances the... Thanks to it, we can enjoy living in this global village. Secondly, media enables us to live in diversity as we are different. Although we aspire to keep our identity, that does not mean we want to make a homogeneous one. We have to accept many different people in the world as such. Thirdly, the media has been very important in pushing forward every society for a progressive, more democratic world. Just one example. Since I have this great country, great civilization, and this great people.
Lovely.
I was unnerved, however, about the existing caste system. As foreign ambassadors, I'm not supposed to criticize the residing country, but I commiserate with the problems in the country where I live. As a human being, you have a feeling like that. And I have learned that the caste system, I mean the bad side of the caste system, leaving aside all the good things to you, is being eroded mostly by media, by films. So this media has been a force of spreading progressive thinking. I wonder whether my Indian colleagues will agree with me, but thank you. So the three roles media can play, again, in enhancing connectivity and allowing diversity of the world and pulling the society of the world to democracy, to progressive world.
Fantastic. Very well said.
Finally, tourism. Tourism can world peace, world security more seriously. In this age of terrorism, we have to pay more attention to how we can secure our peace and prosperity. So this leads us to think about the security of each country, and which can be only possible to be achieved by cooperation among states, cooperation among different countries. Well, this is all I can say about global village, media and tourism. But again, I congratulate each and every one of you for launching this meaningful event, and I believe it should be continued, just like the Honorable Prime Minister continues to sell his tea. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Habibullah Sajed from Afghanistan. I'm very glad to be a part of today's festival and summit, which is talking about media and terrorism. Both of these words lead and give us the idea of peace accepting each other and believing each other and lead us to live each other in a we're like brothers and sisters in a globe. Today, world becomes like a village. Today, without accepting each other, the nations cannot stand. Even if it is a cultural part, economical part, even it is in every area of society. And today's media talks about connecting the nations together, connecting people together around the globe. So we are here to explain, as a representative from Afghanistan, explain my honor and desire and wish a global without war, a global in peace, who everyone loves each other rather than to beat and be enemy with each other. So my country, as a representative, I am feeling from my sorrow that what for a nation where living in a nation without peace, what it means, because I have already experienced. I'm a boy who was born in a war, who has experienced, who has faced all these challenges. So my recommendation to all these participants all around the world, please feel what really peace means. What really peace means, please accept it and please live in like brothers, like sisters, and please live in peace. And we are experiencing, for example, the democracy decades in Afghanistan starts since 2001. And we are experiencing medias, improvement of medias. Around 40 televisions, independent televisions, corresponding news, education progresses, and everything in Afghanistan. And claiming an individual guy, an individual Afghan citizen can claim directly to the president, to the prime minister, to prime ministers, others. It means that we're experimenting a real democracy, but there is a long way that we have to go ahead. But in terrorism part, besides Islamic monuments, we have lots of Buddhist monuments, Buddhist historical places in Afghanistan, like Bamyan, like other provinces of Afghanistan, like Logar, which is the Ainak mines, for example, where there's a long project. It's a big project which the Chinese are working on that. There are lots of other monuments. So my mean is that as a representative of my country, I'm very happy to be a part of the team which is talks for peace, which loves each other and which believes in each other, and they recommended peace. Thank you.
Lovely.